If you're tired of all the other Rust base designs on YouTube and want to build something actually worth your time, then you've clicked on the perfect video. I present you all with the Mini Raptor. With 100% compound turret coverage, funnel walls and furnace funnels, a full 360-degree shell with breach peaks, huge second story main loot, a perfectly compact 1x1 starter, a meta shooting floor, and so much more you guys need to check out. Now, I'll take you on a quick showcase of the base to show you the rest of this mini beast. What is up, boys? Welcome to the tour for the Mini Raptor. Now, as you can tell by the title, this is a mini version of my base called the Raptor. You guys loved the original video, so I decided to make a smaller, more affordable version for like solos and duos. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Now, when you drop down, obviously, you'll notice the two disconnectables are on the opposite sides and not as the front as they usually are. Stepping up to one of them, the disconnectable has 200 metal frags and 800 stone on this side. Obviously, this is ×2, and it's really, really affordable. Now, coming out of here, place a roof to disconnect this from the main TC, and then reconnect it with a frame just like this, and you can re-upgrade that to whatever grade you want. Now, run to the front of the base, jump inside this gatehouse, and we'll notice some peaks off the front, just for door campers or grubs or whatever going on outside. And then we have some boxes to stand on to get a nice little head glitch into the compound for a nice peek. And then some beds for extra respawns inside of here. Coming out of here, we'll notice a nice furnace wall. Some turrets above, 2 on top of each gatehouse, and then we'll have 1 on top of the furnace funnel. You can see a breach peak that covers the gatehouse very, very nicely. If you're going through doors, you can sit inside of here and just retake this entirely. More depot spots up here, and then obviously I said behind this chain link fence, 2 more turrets. Now right here we have a furnace wall funnel. If you don't already know how this works, if the 2 walls on the outside of your compound gets broken, the distance between the furnace and the wall are way too tiny for raiders to get in, which either forces them to ladder up and get shot at by turrets, or break this and open up more angles from the shooting floor. And while we're still walking around the base, I want to tell you guys about today's sponsor. Howl.gg is an online Rust gambling site with tons of exciting house games, like Jackpot, Blackjack, The Wheel, and Coin Flip. Now, running even further along inside the compound, we have a nice long funnel that brings you all the way through a ton of shotgun traps, and if you open the single door, you can't get through. Also, if you open the double door, you also can't get through. If house games aren't quite your thing, then you can use my code SECRET to play over 2,000 slots and live games. You can instantly deposit and withdraw with Rust skins, CSGO, TF2, Visa, PayPal, and crypto. Inside of these squares, we have another bedroom with a half peak holding great angles on the funnel. Same with over here, it's double-sided, and you also have a locker, a few boxes, and 4 beds on each side. And yeah, and this is going to be the actual entrance to your base. Howl also has a rain feature that gives balance every 30 minutes to their on-site chat. Make sure to use my code SECRET to get a free $1 when signing up. Once again, thank you to Howl for sponsoring this video. Now, stepping inside the actual shell, as I said, this is a 360-degree shell with a ton of turrets covering each angle. So if you do get door path raided, instantly they will get shot at, and it's really hard to raid through. But yeah, inside of each one of these single doors, there will be a battery. Very, very hidden. As I said, look at these breach peaks holding every angle of your gatehouse and all your compound funnels. More batteries on each side. There will be 4 batteries inside the shell. And then you have a half height peak up towards your second story. This is going to be your main loot spot. And then taking a single door jump up off the breach peak. This is going to be your main jump up into your second story and also your way down into the core. 4 boxes here, 4 boxes here, and then another 8 over on this section. Now, taking the 1x1 jump up down in the honeycomb. Now, jumping up on this tier 2, we get the main upkeep on TC. This is a 1 TC base once again. 10,000 stone and 7,000 metal frags. Not too bad. Inside the core, we have 2 small boxes and then 2 small boxes on this side, and then 4 total large boxes with a few bed respawns inside the core. Very open second story, really defendable. Taking a jump up, we get the main shooting floor kind of section. We have windows to peek out. You can also pick these up and kill raiders in the shooting floor. Now, stepping out to the main shooting floor, we have a wide range of peaks all the way around. Many peaks straight down into the compound. A lot of half-height angles. And then we have another breach peak here with peaks all the way out. That also converts into a nice roof peak. And then the Adobe hitbox is a lot less, so I recommend you use it if you do have it. Coming all the way around, looking at all the great angles. Coming back into the 1x1 and taking the jump up. This is going to be the main way up to roof. As you can see, the second we step up to roof, we can see a lot of turret angles and a lot of roofs just to peek off the base. Obviously, this base is more defendable from the shooting floor, and the roof is just more of a vibe out spot. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the build, and I'll see you in the tutorial. Peace out. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the build tutorial for the Mini Raptor. Now to start this build off, you're just going to place a square foundation just like this, and then a triangle directly in front of it. Now you can wall this in as this triangle is going to be the TC spot. And seal that in with a window. And then if you have a real window, place that over there. And then place honeycomb triangles all the way around the singular 1x1. And you can wall in and place walls all around the other ones. Just like this. And then go ahead and upgrade everything to stone. Now the one directly across from the TC is going to be your furnace jump up. So if you do have a furnace at this point, go ahead and place one just like this. And then the two to the right and left are going to be loot spots, so just wall in these for now. And then leave this triangle open right here, and this is going to be your jump up. So place walls all the way up here. Sealing that in. And then you can seal this off with a double door, sheet metal, or wood, doesn't matter. And yeah, that's going to be your jump up. You now have a secured 1x1 with a jump up and a door. I like to place half-height shelves on these corners. And then place a double door frame just like this. I like to put a frame here as well. You could leave this wood or whatever grade you actually have right now. And then yeah, we're going to show you how to place the boxes right now, and then we can show you how to place the furnaces and everything else. Both the boxes can go sideways just like this, and then we can come up on top of here. This one can be a little bit more difficult to place. And then a small box next to that as well. And do the same rotations just like that on this side. Same thing right there. And then for the tier 2, you can place that right over the window in front of the TC. This is a good spot for it because you could still access the TC behind it, but you also have a workbench to place whatever you want. Now at this point, I'm going to continue placing more furnaces. And I'm going to finish this 3 furnace jump up. At this point, if you have the sheet metal, you can upgrade the roof. And I recommend doing that because you could get top down rated at any moment in your wipe. And yeah, that's your starter for you. Now we can expand out and then up. Now the first expansion off the starter is going to be the breach peak, so you can create the jump ups, and then we're going to create the shell right after. Go ahead and place 2 triangles off of the singular triangle just like this. And then to the left and right side, place more square foundations. And then 2 triangles just like this on here. And then wrap all the way completely around. More square. Triangle here. Another triangle. And then a square and 2 final triangles just like this. I'll give you a quick look around. This is how the shell should look for now. And then on this corner with the 2 triangles, place 2 more triangles off the left side and leave a little thing in the center. And then in the side of the center, place a raised foundation just like this. Should look like that with a raised foundation in the center. And we're going to mirror that exactly right here. 2 more foundations with a little gap in the center, and then a raised foundation in the middle. Now off these squares, we can place triangles just like this. This will be later honeycomb. Just go ahead and place those for now. And yeah, once you have all those, we can start sealing up the entire shell. So double door frame to the left, and then to the right side, place a full wall. Now in here, you're going to want to wrap around all the way to the honeycomb. So go ahead and wall this in. Same thing over here, wall this all the way in. And then go back and go to the breach peak and place 2 half walls on the left and right side. And then since the raised foundation is already raised, place a window and then match the height of all the other windows. This is how it should look for now, and you can start by placing roof triangles on the inside just like this to create the final breach peak. This is how it should look on that side. Now wall this another side in. Wall to the right, door to the left, double door. Once again, wall this triangle in, more honeycomb, battery plus that. And then 2 low walls on both sides. And then windows all the way around. And then final thing, roof triangles all the way up and upgrade those to stone. Now on these triangles, you can start by walling these in and creating roofs on top of here. And while you're doing that, grab a double door and go ahead and seal off those double door frames in the front. Now, since this is a one-story shell, I like to place a roof and just seal off the entire thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Don't seal in this section yet. We're going to show you what to do with that later, since that's going to be the jump up. But just go ahead and do everything I'm doing right now. Basically seal in every roof other than the breach peak. Everything other than right here. This is what it should look like, everything in. You can place single doors just right here. And then I do recommend you face those hard side out. Then we're going to go ahead and do that all the way around. Hard side facing out on the single doors. And then, yeah. Now we can go up to here and create the jump up into your second story. Now to the right side, grab a low wall and place that just like so. And then on the left side, place a single door and place it like that. Now above us, we can seal off these with triangle roofs if you would really like. And now we have a peak to the second story, and we're going to replicate this on the exact opposite side now. Same thing, low wall to the right. To the left, place a single door, and then seal off with triangle roofs. Upgrade that all to stone. Grab 2 single doors and then seal those off. Now the rest is cosmetics inside of the shell, so you can grab embrasures just like this and seal off all your windows. And then you can grab garage doors and just seal off the rest of your shell. I like to spam garage doors and double door frames all the way in here, as it creates an insane raid path for the raiders. And then basically go ahead and place a garage door on every single one of the sockets for the double doors. And yeah, once you're done with that, now we can place the batteries inside these single doors. The battery can just go just like this, and then place a single door over that. If you prefer a window, you can do that instead of the single door, but I like a single door because it's easier access. Same thing right here, and there's a total of 4 batteries inside the shell, which makes it great for turrets. Now for the second story, we're going to create the loot room, and then we can go out to the compound and the externals and the funnels and everything else. But yeah. For now, we can wall in this section right here of the square. Same thing right here. Wall all this in. And then same thing right here. Wall in this section as well. And then same thing back here with this section as well. And then once you're done placing all the walls, you can go up on top of here and place a window to the left and right on top of these 3 triangles. So go ahead and do this. And then in the center, you can place a half wall just like that. And then you can go ahead and seal all this up just for now. And then I like to place another half wall on top of there, hard side facing out. You can place loot up in here as well behind the single door, but that's completely up to you. Same thing right here, window to the left, window to the right, and then a half wall just like this, and seal up the rest of that wall. And then a half wall just like that, and then once again you can place loot behind in the 3 triangles. Now create half height shelves all the way on top of these loot rooms right here. And then once you're done making all these into loot rooms, I recommend placing ramps. It gives you a little bit easier access to the loot boxes. And then go ahead and place boxes, since this is going to be your mini open core type stuff. And this second story, if you guys didn't know already, can hold 16 boxes. just in these 4 tiny squares. If you want to place more on the floor, I recommend it totally. Now this is going to be the jump up. If you guys didn't already know, it is a triangle. Create a half height shelf, jump up to this, and then you can seal in the rest of the roofs, as this is all you're going to need. Seal off the rest of this. And then for the jump up, all you're going to want to do is just place 2 walls just like so. Seal that roof off. Double door frame. And then place a double door just like this. And this is going to be your shooting floor area, but just leave this for now as we're going to expand out now. Now you can place garage doors, beds, whatever else you guys want. Tier 3 possibly, as this is going to be your main loot. But now you have a defendable second story plus your main open court. So yeah, now we're going to expand out the funnel and the entire compound. Now coming from the front of the base, the breach peak right here, we're going to create the first gatehouse at the base, and then we're going to mirror that on the exact opposite side. Go ahead and place 2 squares out just like that and upgrade them both, and then triangles all the way back to the base just like so. Now single door on the front of the square, and then windows to the left and right, and then windows to the left and right over here, and then a single door mirrored exactly how it is, and then seal off the roofs completely, and upgrade them to stone. Now on the outside, seal whatever deployables you guys need, single doors, inside embrasures, and more single doors. Now since this gatehouse is connected to the base, you don't have to do an external TC off of here. Now let's finish this gatehouse up by placing a half wall and a floor just like that to create the nice little head glitch. And other than that, this first gatehouse is complete. Now let's mirror this exact thing on the exact opposite side. Going over to the front side of the breach peak again, 2 squares out just like so. Triangles back to the main base. And then single door on the front. Window. Window. And then another single door. And then window all the way around. And then seal the roof off completely. Single doors on the outsides. Windows on the backside to door campers. And then inside horizontal embrasures for the inside of the compound. Once again, come inside of here, half wall, and seal this off completely to get the nice little head glitch. And now your other gatehouse is complete. Now we can go onto the funnel. This is going to be the difficult part of the base. I recommend following this very closely. So come off the right side and place a square, and then the left side and place a triangle in the center, and then go off of this triangle 5 squares out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this triangle will be the cap off, and delete everything back. Now off the triangle, go half moons all the way back until I tell you to stop. Now at this point, you're going to want to go back with a square like this, and then a triangle, and then to the right and left place squares just like this, and then off of those place triangles just like that. And you see the gap that the funnel will create. Now delete everything back that you just placed. And now come over to here and upgrade everything you see right here to stone. I'll show you a sky view. This is how the funnel should look. If you didn't get that, rewatch that step very slowly. Now this step will decay because it's not connected to the base, so you're going to create an external TC, and we'll do that the second we're done placing all the stuff in here. On the left, place a window just like this, and we'll come over here and place that exact thing. On the back side, place all walls to seal that up. And then on the right side, place a single door, and on the left side, place another window, and seal the roof off with 2 squares and a triangle in the center. Seal the front off with a single door. Inside, horizontal embrasures for here. And then you could spam whatever beds and whatever lockers you guys want inside of here. And your funnel is complete, other than the outside 2 triangles right here that we're going to create, and they will look exactly like the ones on there. Now on the outside of the funnel, we're going to create the last head glitch, so place a half wall and a floor just like this. And the half wall should be on the outside, and it should be hard side facing out. You can place shotgun traps or a turret under here to make sure that people can't run through your funnel easily. Same thing here. Half wall on the floor. Now once you're done creating the half height peaks on the funnel, you're going to want to create the external TC, as this entire thing will decay if you don't do this at this point. Go out 4 squares just like this. And then on the 4th one, create 3 triangles out just like this, and create all of them. And then leave the last square just like that to wood, and then delete everything back. Now on the center point, you're going to want to place 2 half walls, and this is very important. Make sure this is not a full wall and 2 half walls. door to the right, and then seal in the rest with walls all the way around. And the TC can go in a corner. Place a window over that, and then place a glass window over that. And then seal that off with a single door. Now, after sealing up the disconnectable TC, you're going to want to frame them all the way back. So grab square frames and just place them like this, like I did. And they should connect all the way back. And make sure to upgrade these to stone or sheet metal. And how to disconnect these from each other, all you're going to do is place a roof just like this. And that should override the stability on one of them. And then, yeah, you will have a full disconnectable TC that is all the way connected back to your funnel. Now you're going to want to replicate this exact thing right on the other side of the base. Once again, follow along very carefully as it can be confusing. Grab your square foundation, place one to the right, and then a triangle in the center, and go off 5 squares just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a triangle off the cap, and then delete everything back other than the triangle. Now, if the triangle, go half moons all the way back to the base. And then when you get to the square foundation point, grab a square foundation, place one out, grab a triangle, and then place 2 squares to the right and left, and then more triangles out. And this will create the entire funnel. You can see it. This is exactly how it should look right here. And then delete all these rest of the junk back. And once you're left with this, you can upgrade all of these foundations just like so. And you can see what it looks like. If you did not follow along, then redo that part again. Same thing, window to the left and right sides of here. Door on the front, single door. Another window off the front, and then seal in the rest of the walls behind with full walls. Roofs on top. And then place all your deployables, such as single doors, embrasures, and all the windows and everything like that. Now come out of here and create the final part for the funnel. Half wall and a floor. It'll actually show you guys the peak that it gives you. It gives you a really good head glitch peek into the compound. Again, I recommend placing shotgun traps right under here, and I'll show you how to exactly place them. You should have one facing out, and then you should have one facing in, just like that. That way, if somebody's running this way, they can't see the shotgun trap, they get killed instantly. Now, off the back side of the funnel, create another external TC, and this will be the last one of the base. Go out 4 squares just like this. And then off those, place 3 triangles just like so. And then a square foundation, leave that as the wood, and then delete everything back. And then 2 half walls. Again, 2 half walls is very important, not a full wall. Single door, and then wall in the rest. TC can go in the corner, seal it off with a glass window. And now seal that off and connect with all the way frames back to the base. This is what exactly it should look like. I'll go ahead and upgrade everything back to stone or sheet metal. Once again, I'll show you how the roof disconnectable works. And if you built it correctly, that's just how everything should look. Now, once we're done with all the placements of everything, we can place the barricades and the turret pods, and then we can start placing the walls of the compound. And we'll start by the funnel because this one's the easiest to do. Go behind and place half walls all the way around. And then off the center point, place 3 triangles just like this. And this is how it should look. There should be a little gap right here. Grab your barricades and place 2 triangles off the outsides of these triangles, just to give you a little bit more room to place barricades. And it should be pretty easy. And this is exactly how it should look. No one is getting inside your compound. Now replicate that on the exact opposite side. Half walls all the way on the back side. And then 3 triangles off the center point. And then 3 twig build-outs just like this. Now coming over to the gatehouse part, this one can be a little bit more confusing, so go ahead and place half walls all the way on the back side. And then section the center part off with 2 half walls again. And then place a double door frame just like this. A double door frame just like that. and then seal off the roofs just like this. Now this is going to be a turret pod with a chain link fence like this. And if the turret gets broken, you can open it up, but it also gives it a little bit more protection with the chain link gate there. Now how to place the barricades: go off 2 triangles just like this with twig buildup on the outside, and angle them and use the twig to your advantage. Now go ahead and replicate this exact thing right on the opposite side. Half walls all the way on the back side. Half walls in the middle. Double door frame on the right and left side outer part. And then seal off the roof for this. Come down here and place chain link gates on the outside of the double doors. More twig build out, and then the barricade placement is pretty easy. You kind of have to angle it, but nothing crazy. This is how it should look, and then turrets can go inside of here, and again, you have a ramp for depot spots inside the compound. And now once we're done with all the barricades and all the turret placements, we can start by placing the compound walls, and then we can place the furnace funnel. Now grab out your walls and place this first one pretty parallel to the gate. Then come over to this side and place this one as far as you can inside of this. Should look like this. Should be pretty square in the corner, just like that, and it should line up with everything. I come over here, same thing, pretty square again. I come over to this side and do the same thing. Placement should be pretty close to that wall, as close as you can get it, and it should look like a square once again. Now off the front of this gatehouse once again, place the frame just like that. And come over here. This one is a little bit off, but it doesn't matter, the grubs can't get through. And then final side for the compound. Go ahead and place it just like that. And then come over to this side and place the final one just like that inside of there. And once the compound is complete, come inside of here and you're going to want to place the furnace funnel placement. Make sure you get it as high as you can, just so nobody can run in between, like the gap right there. And it should be so you can run around. There shouldn't be anything where it blocks off the furnace. Now come over to this side and place it as high as you can in the corner, upmost corner you can. Gap's too small there, gap's too small there, with the gap while you can run around in the compound. Third side right here, once again place it as high as you can. Should look really good from there. Again, nobody can get around. Go ahead and rotate the furnace as much as you need, and then place it as high as you can. And the final side is complete. It gives you more than enough room, and you can't access through the walls. And once that's all done, we're going to start by placing and building up the honeycomb a little bit more, and then we can build up the shooting floor. Now the singular triangle right here, you're just going to place 2 half walls just like this, and then seal these off. And then come over to the 2 triangle right here and do the same thing, half walls all the way around, with floors on top of them. And then go ahead and mirror this exact thing on every side. 2 half walls just like this again. And this side is pretty much complete. Come over to here, another triangle spot, 2 half walls, floor to seal that off, the 2 triangle part right in front of the funnel, more half walls, and then the last side, 2 half walls just like this, and then a floor just like so. This is what it should look like from every angle from the outside of the base. And yeah. Now we're going to build up the center part for the 1x1 to be out into the shooting floor. So window to the left, door to the right, and then jump up straight ahead. And then window to the left again, single door to the right, and then 2 frames just like this. Fill those off with triangles. And the jump up in the center will be the same as it always is. We'll just leave this for now as we can create the shooting floor, and then we can go up to this later. I like to place a window straight ahead like this, and then 2 half walls just to pop those off. This is what this section should look like. You have a few peeks down into the compound. You also have one straight away. Now I'd like to place a window just like this. And then this is what I do on a lot of bases. Come out here and place 2 double door frames and upgrade these to sheet metal. And on the inside, place a frame just like this and upgrade that to sheet metal as well. This gives you a really good head glitch, and we're going to do that on the exact opposite side as well. Window just like that, upgrade that, and then 2 double door frames off the half height peak down below. And then go ahead and upgrade that, and this should give a nice little head glitch in the center. Now for this 2 triangle section, you're going to place double door frames all the way down on the outside of this. Upgrade these both to sheet metal. 2 windows above and upgrade those to stone. And then 2 roof triangles inside, just like this. Upgrade these both to stone. Again, in the tour, I said Adobe does work a lot better, and I'll show you why. Adobe gives a lot less of a hitbox on the corners, but if you don't have Adobe, you can just go back to stone. No big deal. And yeah, and then that should be complete. Same thing right here. Window, upgrade that to stone. And then jump down below. 2 double door frames just like this. Upgrade those to sheet. And then a half height frame in the center. Window just like this. 2 half walls just like so. That's how it should look. And then a window. Upgrade that. This is the final side for this. 2 sheet metal double door frames. And then a frame in the center. Again, you can see the peak. And I recommend putting a box here or something that you can peek down onto it. And then last 2 triangle side. Outside, place 2 frames just like this. Windows as stone. And then 2 roof triangles inside just like this. Now we can place the roof peak ups just like this. So to the right and left sides of right here, place squares just like so. And then we can place low walls to create the half height peak. And then ramps above just like this to seal it off. Now we can see the entire roof, and we're going to go to the other side and place the exact same thing. 2 half floors just like this. 2 low walls. And then roofs on top of here. Go ahead and peek up on top of the roof. Gives you a great angle. Now we can seal off the rest of the shooting floor with triangles. Seal off the rest of the roofs. This is already nice and sealed up with the low walls. Triangles all the way around. And now you can spam the entire thing with garage doors, with beds, with lights, whatever deployables you want. Now these breach peak style right here, I like to do inside embrasures of horizontal. They give you a nice little peek down. Same thing right here, horizontal embrasures on the inside like that. These ones can be a little tricky to place. You got to go to the outside of the base because you can't really place them like that. Now for right here, I recommend a full large box just like this, and I'll show you why. The peak is a lot better straight down. Same thing over here. Grab that box and place that directly below that. Great head glitch below. You can also remove this and place it for a horizontal embrasure on the inside. It will give you a great head glitch just like this. You can see all the way down as well. I also recommend spamming boxes and garage doors and beds inside of this shooting floor. Now once you're done placing everything you want inside the shooting floor, we could start by going up and building up the jump up and building the rest of the roof. Start by placing 2 walls behind this to create the jump up, a ceiling on top of that, and then placing either a garage door or a double door just like that. Now to mirror it out, place another 2 walls like that. And then I like to put a battery or a locker inside of this section right here. And I like to put it behind a window as just an emergency. And if you're on top of the roof already, you can grab a locker kit out of here. Now on this section of here, you could place the 3 triangle castle looking thing like this. And it should look like a little hut. And then on these 2 sides, you can place triangle roofs on the outside just like so. Same thing over here, inside roof triangles. Make it look like a hut. And then 2 on the outside, triangle roofs. And then the last 2 can be inside. And it will be just like that on the inside, 2 more roof triangles. And I'll show you where to place all the turrets. There will be a turret underneath here, a turret underneath here, and then 2 turrets like this. This turret can be a little bit hard to place. These turrets will be more situational, and then these 2 turrets will be for anybody landing minis above or on the actual roof. Now, other than upgrading the entire base and upgrading the roof, etc., the base is entirely done. This is what it should look like from the outside, and this is what it should look like as a pan-around view of the base. And I hope you guys did enjoy this base. Let me know in the comments if you guys do build this and like it in a wipe. I love you all. Have a great day.